The sort of gear you see big streamers use is so expensive. Shure SM7B, $450. Go XLR, $300. Sony A7 camera starts at $1,500. But as a starting streamer, you don't need all that stuff. You just need to get started. Today, we are going to stop you from wasting your money and check out the gear that you can use to make your stream look and sound amazing without breaking the bank. If you are new here, my name is Barry. I'm a Twitch partner looking to help 10,000 creators go full time. And in my off time, I'm also a bit of a tech nerd. So whenever there's new gear for streamers on the market, I like to check it out. And if there's one thing I've noticed, then it's that in the recent years, the gear has become so much more affordable for starting streamers. It has also become a lot easier to use. No matter what sort of stream you have, if you're a gamer, just chatter, dancer, DJ, whatever, the gear that you need for your stream to go from just watchable to great is the same. And it all starts with your audio. There's a reason that most of us that do this kind of content say that audio is 80% of your stream quality. Because when you have good audio, it doesn't matter if you are streaming in 480p or 4K, people will still be able to enjoy your stream. But if your audio is bad, then no one will want to stick around. I will even bet that almost none of you even cared or noticed the dip in video quality right there. Leave a comment down below. Did you notice? And be honest now, the first piece of gear that any new streamer should buy is a good microphone. But there are hundreds of microphones out there, so which one is right for you? Well, in this category, I have two recommendations for you depending on your needs, and the first one is the Tonor TD510. I know, it looks a little boring, but to be honest, I love the sleek design. This is the sort of microphone that will look good in any setup, unless your setup is entirely white, in which case, oops, they only do this one in black. One of the main reasons to get this microphone is that it's a top address dynamic mic, which means that it's great at picking up your voice and your voice alone. If you set this up correctly, you won't hear the cars right outside your window, the air conditioner whirring in the background, or your family pretending that they are playing a rock concert right behind you. I really tried to make sure that you could hear the clicky clacky of my keyboard, but unless I was smashing the keyboard, even that didn't come through. Especially as a starting streamer, you are probably in a living room or a bedroom that is not designed for streaming, and having a microphone that is a little less sensitive is really good at that point. The nice thing about this microphone as well is that it has both a USB and XLR connections, so if you want to start nice and simple with a USB connection, you can. And if you later want to upgrade to an audio interface like the Go XLR, well, you can do that too without needing to replace the microphone, meaning you can upgrade one piece at a time, which is great for your wallet. Speaking about your wallet, the best thing about this microphone is that it is only $60. $60, and this is the quality you get. I've done a whole video on this microphone, so I will leave a link down below if you want to check it out after this video. Okay, but for some people, having a less sensitive microphone may actually not be a good thing, especially if you're going to play live acoustic music or have a particularly gentle singing voice. You might want it to pick up all the little details that you can hear in your voice. In that case, you need a condenser microphone. And I'm not gonna leave you hanging. For you, I also have a suggestion. The Elgato Wave 3. Yes, that microphone. It is on the pricier side, coming in at $150, but it regularly goes on offer for closer to $100. The great thing about this microphone, except for its quality of course, is that it comes with what is probably the best audio suite software out there, the Elgato Wavelink software. This software allows you to create new audio channels on the fly, meaning you can route your music, your sound effects, your game, your microphone through different channels. So if you want to listen to some chill music while you're streaming, but you don't want your stream to hear it, that's not a problem. It also has submixes, which allows you to change the volume of your stream and your headphones independently. So if you want to make your game louder so you can hear all the footsteps without blasting your viewers' ears off when you shoot, then the Wavelink software allows you to do this. The downside of this is that it is USB only. only. So if you ever want to upgrade to an XLR, you're gonna have to upgrade to a different microphone as well. And what are you gonna use this one for then? Now that you have a good microphone, you don't want to put your microphone on a desk stand or just on your desk, because then you are sure that all the keyboard sounds and mouse clicks that you make are gonna come straight through, and the sound that your microphone delivers is much lower quality. You want to put your microphone as close to your mouth as possible, so you are going to need something like this, a boom arm. Here are two options that I can give you guys, but the first one is not budget friendly, and it is actually the one that I use and will suggest any day of the week, the Rode PSA 1. While it is about $100, I'm going to be honest and say that this is probably the best boom arm on the market for the price. It has internal springs, so you won't hear it when you move around. No matter how heavy it is, it just stays there, which is exactly what you want in a good boom arm. I bought this one in late 2022 and it is still working and has never even thought about failing on me. However, if you only have money for a good microphone and need an extremely budget-friendly suggestion for your boom arm, then I can somewhat recommend the newer boom arm, which was with me for almost 2 years, and then I switched microphones to something that was too heavy for it. The only reason this is not my actual recommendation, and the fact that it can't hold heavy microphones, is because the springs on it are on the outside. And after a while, that means they are going to make noise every time you use it. Of course, you can solve this with a little WD-40, but that's only temporary too. But for the $25 price tag, you can easily make this work, at least for a while. Okay, with audio out of the way, it's time to look at your camera. Or is it? If you've seen my other videos on your camera settings, you may already know what's coming, but if you haven't, here goes. Your camera is only as good as the lighting. My $1,200 setup with bad lighting can't compete against the webcam a fraction of the cost, but with good lighting. So before we talk about the best budget camera, let's talk about the best budget lighting. First and foremost, don't get these. These tiny little lights are sold under many different brand names, but they are going to do very little for you when it comes to lighting you. What you are looking for is a much more surface area for your light, so that when the light hits your face, it's not going to be super bright, but still give the camera enough information. A good big softbox is a great choice for diffused light, and that is also what I used. Having a set of 2 or even 3 of these allows you to do very nice 2 or 3 point lighting, which allows you to light up your face without any of the nasty dark shadows, and even offset you a bit more from the background, which is really just all nerd speak for make you look good. By the way, if you do want a video all about lighting, let me know and I'll get on making one. Look, a 3 set of these are great, and these Andor ones are the exact ones that I still have stored in the attic because you never know when they can be used. They're about $130 for the 3, but often go on discount to like $100 or even $90, and they will make sure your camera looks amazing for your stream. If you want to reduce the size of those, you can always go for these newer panel lights, where you get 2 in a pack for almost $200, but their stands are very compact, and because they are LED panels, they do not rely on these huge boxes to diffuse the light. While the result may be a bit sharper, these are fantastic if you only have a little bit of space, and because you can 100% control their brightness, they are super versatile. As a plus side, these are what is called CRI 97+, meaning the light they produce is very realistic and does not affect your skin color or your studio much at all. And that means it doesn't really matter what camera you aim at it. It's probably gonna look pretty damn good. But what is my number 1 suggestion for a good webcam? You know what? I've spent a whole video on this and I still can't make a decision. I think I'm going to have to go with your phone. If you have an iPhone, then you can get the Epoch Cam, which is now owned by Elgato. It's only $8, so it's not super expensive. And if you have an Android, you can get Droid Cam for free with an option to upgrade to the Pro version for a full HD webcam, which is like $14.99 or something like that. Probably marking the first time ever something was more expensive on Android than on an Apple product. That being said, the setup for Epoch Cam is very simple, but I don't have an iPhone, so I can't show you that. For Droid Cam, it is a little technical, but not hard at all. Just follow the instructions on the website. If you don't have a phone that is capable of this, or you have a little extra cash spare that you want to spend on a dedicated camera, then there are 2 options. The OBSBot Me 2 is a 4K 30 FPS camera camera, and the Elgato Facecam Mark II is a 1080p 60 FPS camera, and both come with amazing software suites. Honestly, I'm convinced that if you bought either of these, you'd not have to upgrade for the rest of your streaming career. You might still want to, but you wouldn't have to. I will leave a link to the comparison video in the description below as well, so you can see exactly how they look and how you can set them up. They are both just under $150, but often go on offer for just over $100, so keep an eye on those and you may get yourself a fantastic bargain. There are two more things that streamers don't actually need, but they definitely want. And the first is a good stream design. But most streamers will pay through their nose for a pre-made overlay on day one, and that is a big mistake. What new streamers don't understand is that when you start streaming, you might decide on a color scheme or a brand, but you are most likely going to rebrand about 10 times in the first year, redesign your stream, and recolor everything 5 times more. So when you get your first overlay completely custom designed, that's just a waste of money. Instead, get something cheap or even free, such as the Voyager or Andromeda packs from the Content Delta website. They're only $1 and you can use it to your heart's desire until you know what design you want your stream to be. And once you are ready, then you can get your own custom-made design from the biggest freelancer marketplace on the web, Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com has everything you need, from custom designed overlays for your streams to custom emotes and much, much more. Want someone to voice your unique alerts? Or maybe you have an idea for a stream game, but no idea how to program it. On Fiverr, all you need to do is find the right freelancer for you, make a deal, and they will get right on it. And if you can't find a professional for you, then you can just start a job post and the freelancers will contact you. Check out Fiverr right now with the link in the description below and get up to 10% off with your first purchase. That's an affiliate link which supports the channel, so thank you. But what about the ultimate streamer gear, the Stream Deck? If you are a beginner streamer, you might not want to spend $150 to $250 for a Stream Deck, but when I started, that wasn't even a choice. You either got a Stream Deck or you hacked something together that never worked just as well. But you can now get a Stream Deck with 6 or 8 buttons for free, or with an unlimited number of buttons for just shy of $3 a month with the Stream Deck app, which in fairness is a bit of a steal. You'd need to stream for 2 years to pay the same as a normal Stream Deck would cost you. And if you have a Stream Deck, here's a little hack how you can go from 50 to 50 buttons on the regular size Stream Deck, or from 32 to 108 on the XL. From the navigation menu, choose the Go to Page button and put that on the first button on the top row. And do the same for the rest of all the pages until you have the top row completely filled up. Now right-click each of the buttons and click Pin. This makes it so it doesn't matter what page you are on, these buttons will appear. Then go ahead and remove the arrow buttons from each of the pages. You don't need those anymore anyway. Now, by pressing each of these buttons, you will go to the different pages, meaning you have either 10 or 24 buttons per page. And there you go. Your Stream Deck now has 50 buttons, and your Stream Deck XL now has 108 buttons completely for free. And with this, you have a checklist of everything that you can use right when you start streaming, or if you are looking to upgrade. But the hardest part of starting to stream is how you can grow your channel. When I started really looking to grow, it took me a long time to find out all the techniques that you can use to produce the best and most content possible. And if you want to learn that as well and avoid all the mistakes that I made that caused me not to grow, then check out the video right here. And as always, stream better, stream smart.